Hello and welcome to the English coaching class. I am English teacher Shahid Ashikur Rahman. Students, today is a Ganesh Puja. Happy Ganesh Puja to you all. And yesterday was Islamic New Year. Happy New Year to all. So, wishing you all. Let me come down to the topic of discussion. What we were discussing, students, don't forget, it was some suspense. And that suspense should be coming up. That you should be revealed. The suspense of screen should be taken off. And you must understand how the plan, what is the trick Ivan is going to play. This is we are going to discuss Ivan's trick, how Ivan is going to play the trick inside the prison, and again he's trying to escape. So we are here for the discussion, students. The class may continue long, but you have to have a patience and watch till the end. Then only you can understand the lengthy chapter. Then only you can understand the lengthy chapter. Otherwise, you'll be confused. So students, before moving and discussing the chapter in line-wise explanation, I will request you, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. And if you have not subscribed, do subscribe. It will help you to understand in my elaborations in a better way. So just do subscribe my channel and just be press thumbs up. When you press thumbs up, that shows definitely like my video. And ding dong, when you place the bell icon, whenever I'll be uploading my videos, you can get it on time. Okay, students. So this is all about the basic introduction. So let's move to the line-wise analysis explanation of the chapter. Ivan tries an O-level. Okay, so let's move to that screen. Wait, students, I'm bringing that screen to you. Yeah, students, in our last class, we have stopped here. Here refers to the last part of the chapter, understood. Okay, and the leaves a question mark here. So we'll begin from here only. Okay, so who is here? Stephen personally was to make absolute sure that the door was locked and Evans after McClary had left the cell. So here the examination is over, students. Okay, examination is over. And he have to pay the attention. When he's leaving, he's taking McClary out. He need to check the door has been locked properly or not. So this was the assignment, or this was a task given to Stephen. Who is Stephen? Newly appointed, the prison officer, newly appointed prison officer. Students, I hope you're able to understand. He's newly appointed prison officer, and he is ready for the task. Okay. Newly appointed prison officer. So understood? Yes, he's understood. At 11:25 a.m., the governor heard the final exchanges. And McClary, stop writing, please. He's addressing McClary. Stop writing, please. Silence. Okay, when the teacher students, when you might be writing the exam in the board examination or school examination, you'll be listening that. Come on, stop the writing. It's correct time. It's sharp. 8:45 or 9:45, it's 11:45, whatever the timing is to complete the examination, 11:45, 1:45. So it's a correct time. Stop writing, please. Silence. Put your sheets in order and see they're correctly numbered. The sheets, the numbering, page numbering, whether you have done perfectly or not. Okay, silence. Scrapping of chairs and table, movements of chairs here and there. Okay, means when you get up. Okay, when you'll get up, what will happen? The sound will come up. Okay, the students sitting in the class, chair, individual chair, definitely there will be some sounds. Thank you very much, sir. Ivan is talking to whom? To the teacher. Thank you very much. And McClary, right was that. Okay, right means it was exam was perfect. Not too bad. Okay, how was it? It was not bad. Yes, it was about good. McClary, good. Mr. Stephen, very loud. Okay, he from there outside, who is there? Stephen is observing. Okay, and whatever he has done, it is addressing to the Stephen even. what you've done, it's good. The governor heard the door clang for the last time. The examination was over. Means it was their departure. They're going to leave the room, and for the last time they are going to leave it. The examination was over. Okay, now examination is over. How did he get on, do you think? Asked Stephen as he walked beside Maclay to the main gate. How did he get on? How is able to do it, do you think? Asked Stephen as he walked beside Maclay to the main gate. So students, someone is there with you and you're the escort to leave or depart the man to the invigilator. And what happened? You start talking to the man. Okay, the same way what Stephen and Maclay, they started talking. Okay, they were talking to each other. Okay, and the gossip was going on, the talk was going on, and finally where they reached the main gate. Ouch, I can't think he's distinguished. He has distinguished himself, means he is able to prove himself. I'm afraid. His Scott accent seemed broader than ever. Seems broader than ever. Means students mark it down here. I told you last part, some second or third video, when the Scott's accent, his Scott's accent. So students mark it down here. Scott's accent seemed broader than ever, and his long black overcoat reaching almost his knees. Okay, so his overcoat reaching almost his knees. You can understand here, students, the change what he's able to notice. When he arrived, how was he looking? And now when he's departing, how is he looking? Mr. Maclean. Okay, the invigilator. Okay, his Scott accent seemed broader, means more heavy, and his long black overcoat reaching almost knees. Till knees, it is reaching till knees, students. Okay, so fostered the illusion that he had suddenly grown slimmer, and his surprise means this man has gone slim, and he was looking with thick, heavy one. Okay, now he has become slim, lean and thin. Okay, slimmer. Stephen felt pleased that governor had asked him and not Jackson. Okay, he was very much happy. The governor has given the responsibility to Stephen. He is very much proud that I got the responsibility. I'm getting work. Okay, the governor is keeping me trust. Okay, so he's very much happy. Not to Jackson. To see McLeary off the premises, and all in the morning had gone pretty well. Everything gone fine. There's no disturbance till now. There's no clue that is some wrong is happening there. But students, just see what the suspense is going to break. Just hold your nerves. Understand here. But something stopped him from making his way directly to the canteen for belated cup of coffee. Who is going to go to the canteen, take belated coffee? Stephen, after dropping home. The invigilator. He wanted to take just one last look at Ivan. He wanted to just last look at Ivan. Okay, so what was it? It was like a program had seen on TV. Okay, it was like a program TV is going on. Some suspense, again one by one, it was happening like that, about a woman who could never really convince herself that she had locked the first front door, and when she has gone to bed. Okay, when there's doubt, when ladies having doubt, it's very difficult to make them convince. The same thing it's saying, when lady have a doubt, okay, front door is open, she had gone to bed, often she had got up at 12, 15, sometimes 12 times to check the bolts. She will go and again she will check whether things are done properly. If there is doubt in her mind, the nature of woman has been given, and similarly the same nature, it's showing that Stephen having doubt whether he has done his job properly or not. Okay, so he went to check. He re-entered D wings, made his way long to Ivan's cell. Now he's moving towards whose cell? Ivan's cell. And opened the peephole once more. He opened the peephole and started looking. Oh no, Christ! No! This sprawled back in Ivan's chair was a man. For a semi-second, Stephen thought it must be Ivan. For a few seconds, he thought it must be Ivan. A grey regulation blanket spilling from his shoulder. A grey blanket was there, falling down from his shoulder. The front of is closely chopped. Okay, what? Just listen, try to understand. The front of is a closely chopped, irregularly tough hair, awash with fiercely red blood, which had dripped already through the small black beard. Okay, so what happened? It's closely chopped. Hairs were done. Irregular tough was there. Means the hair was it was not regular. It has been irregular hair. Awash with fiercely red blood means the red blood was flowing from the top of the forehead. Okay, already through the small black beard, and it was flowing through the beard. Okay, and was even now spreading horribly over the white clerical collar. Yes, you mark it down. Who was wearing the clerical collar? Yes, the man already left. Stephen. Sorry. McLeary. And here, who is wearing it? McLeary is wearing the clerical collar. Means the man who is lying there. We don't know it is whether Ivan or McLeary. Suspense, students. Clerical collar and down into the black clerical front and black clerical front and back. Okay, into the black. Stephen shouted wildly Jackson, and the words appears to penetrate the curtain of blood that veiled Mackley's ears. And what happened? Who is he inside? Now it's not Ivan, it's Mackley, students. Who left the place? Ivan. Okay. For the minister's hand felt feebly for a handkerchief from his pocket. Okay. For the minister's hand, means the man who was there, he has just put the, as you know, second handkerchief, students, you mark it, I told you underline it. Second handkerchief was there on his bunk. So hand felt feebly on a handkerchief from his pocket and held it bleeding head. And he just kept it on the bleeding head. The blood seeping through the white linen. It's flowing through the white linen. And he gave a long moan, and as he gave it pressure, he started shouting. Okay, tried to speak, but his voice trailed away. And by the time Jackson had arrived and dispatched Stephen to ring the police and ambulance. By the time when Jackson arrived, he has sent Stephen to go what? To ring the police, means other members, alarmed, then call the ambulance. The handkerchief was sticky, squill urge of cloth, means as due to continued flowing of blood, it has become sticky. Okay, students, I hope you have able to understand what I have explained till now. McLeary slowly raised himself. His face twisted tightly with pain. Okay, now what happened? McLeary slowly raised himself. His face twisted tightly with pain. Okay. Don't worry about the ambulance, man. I'm right. See, one is injured, blood is flowing continuously, and someone will say, don't worry about ambulance. Students, do you think that is it possible? Someone will say that. Someone need what? Medication. Someone need doctor who can treat. And what the situation here, students? That he's addressing, okay, I'm fine. Okay, get the police. I know where he is. He's not asking for the ambulance. He's asking for, call the police. I'll go and I'll show you where he is. He closed his eyes and another drip of blood splashed like a huge red raindrop on the wooden floor. Okay, just he closed it. The flowing was continuous and a big drop falling on the wooden floor. His hand felt along the table, found the German question paper, and he found the German question paper and grasped it tightly in his blood-stained hand. So the blood-stained hand, hold it tightly. Get the governor. I know where Ivan is. Call the governor. I'll share him the information where Ivan is. Almost immediately, sirens were sounding. Prison officer barked orders. Puzzled prisoners pushed their way along the corridor. Doors were banged and bolted, and phones were ringing everywhere. Okay, from one place to another, the call was going on. And within a minute, McLeary with Jackson and Stephen supporting him on either side, his face now streaked and caked with drying blood. It was a fully face was the drying blood, means as sticky the face resembles. And was greeted in the prison yard by the governor, perplexed and green. Okay, perplexed was total shock, and a smile was there in his face. And so the sad expression. We must get you to hospital immediately. I just don't. He's saying, see, someone is injured, and I'll say, I just don't. Yeah, I have called the police. You have called the police? He's asking who? The Injured man. Until now, you know McLary. Yes, they are on their way. But I'm all right. I'm all right. Look here. Awkwardly, he opened the German question paper, thrust it before the governor's face. Just he's presenting in front of the governor's face. See this question paper. It's there. Do you see what I mean? The governor looked down and realized what McLeary was trying to tell him. Okay, what was McLeary explaining? He's looking into that. A photocopy sheet had been carefully and cleverly superimposed over the last original blank page of the question paper. Students, I told you that day, okay, while giving the explanation. In the board examination, never, ever anyone get what supporting the question is wrong or something. No one comes during the board exam. So here he's giving, there's some supporting sheet was there. Superimposed over the last originally blank, and it was total blank page of the question paper. Okay. Here see what they have done. Governor, you see, his voice trailed off again. His voice is shaking. As governor dredging the layers of long neglected learning while himself to translate the German text before him. So he has left it from the long time. And he need to translate, he need to understand. See solen den sochen vera vriden plan given folgen der which zitpukt etzer minten over vor in the dish exams. Means here the instructions in German, and I am not a German teacher, but still try to pronounce the part of German letters. You must follow the plan already something. Okay, you must follow the plan already something. Means what the plan was prepared, you must stick to that plan. The vital point in time is 3 minutes before the end of the examination. It's a vital time, 3 minutes before the end of the examination. But sometime, something, there's something. What that something? Let's look into it. Don't hit him too hard. Remember, he is a minister. Okay, he's a minister. He's a minister refers to that church person, invigilator is referring to the McLeary. And don't overdo the Scots accent. Don't try to make over the Scott accent. When leaving. Okay. After approaching, siren well to its crescendo. After approaching, siren well into the crescendo. Means siren sound is coming closer. That means it's in the far distance when the siren sound is there. It's now approaching. Approach of siren sound means the vehicle police van is coming. The great doors of the prison yard were pushed back and the white polished car squealed to a jerky halt beside them. Detective Superintendent Carter swung himself out of the passenger seat and saluted the governor and gave a salute to the governor. What the hell happening, sir? And turning to McLeary, Christ, who has hit him? Okay, so what is happening? What is going on? Was it him? The man enters. Who is he right now? Detective Superintendent Carter. Now Carter, the Mr. Carter detective, he enters. But McLeary cut across whatever explanation governor might have given. So he enters his conversation. He does not allow governor to speak, and he started speaking. Else flied way, officer, I know where Ivan is. He's addressing which place? Elsfield way, officer. I know where Ivan's. Where is Ivan? I know that. He was breathing heavily. Okay, and leaned for support against the side of the car, where the imprint of his hand was left in tarnished crimson. Okay, as blood was there, just imprint came on that car. In bewilderment, the Carter looked at the governor for guidance. Okay, he was looking for who is the in charge? The governor, not this man. He needs the governor's permission. He's looking towards the governor. What shall he do? Take him with you. If you think he will be all right, he is the only one who seems to know what is happening. Okay, so he is the man who knows everything. What is happening? What has happened? He knows everything. So he is the person you can take him, and he can only help you right now. Carter opened the back door and helped McLeary inside. And within a few seconds, the car leaped away in a spurt of gravel. Within a few seconds, took the street. Elsfried way, Mackley had said, and there it was, staring up at the governor from the last few lines of German text. From Elsfield Way, drive to Headington. Underline, students don't forget, underline it here. From Elsfield Way, drive Headington. Okay, roundabout, and just mark it down, students. From Elsfield Way, drive to Headington. Roundabout, go toward the Headington, straight way, roundabout, and again come to the same place where, yes, of course, the examination board was in Elsfield Way. Okay, what was then in Elsfield Way? It was examination board, and someone from the board must have been involved in the escape plan from the very beginning. The question paper itself, correction slip. Okay, it gives the clue what I told you. It's a matter of friendship. So he was indirectly or directly involved. Everyone were involved. The governor turned to Jackson and Stephen. I don't need to tell you what had happened or what has happened. Do I need to share you that? His voice sounded almost calm in its scathing contempt. Okay, so it was there the serious note. And which one of you two morons was it who took Ivan for a nice little walk to the main gates and waved him bye-bye? Who was that? So who's asking the question, students? You can understand who gave the permission to take. Governor gave the permission. Now who is asking? Governor. Now he's asking. Governor is asking. Okay, it was me, sir, stammered Stephen. Sir, it was me. The stammering started when you're nervous, when you're weak, and your voice does not come with the confidence. Just like you told me, sir, I had shown. Who told you? Say, I could have shown it. What, just like I told you? You say, what the hell? Means governor has not given any order. Students got it? Governor has not given any order. So it was a fake call. When you rang, sir, told me. And when was that? Governor voices will flash now. Shaky. Disturbed. When what that? You know, sir, about 20 past 11, just before the examination over. You blithering idiot man. Okay, you idiot man, you beetling man, you don't know what you've done it. It wasn't me who rang you. It wasn't me who rang you. Okay. So you can understand the plan and trick, how it was executed, students. Don't you realize? But what was the use? He had used the telephone at that time, but only to try unsuccessfully once more to get to the examination board. And to get to the examination board, students, try to understand. Don't you realize? But what was the use? He had used the telephone at that time, but only to try unsuccessfully once more. It was unsuccessful once more. He started to get through the examination board. Means to get through the examination board means the call was a fake call, and that call is coming from the examination board. He shook his head in growing despair and turned on to the senior prison officer. He's asking, as for you, Jackson, how long have you been pretending you have a brain? Now Jackson turns. He's getting a scolding. Well, I'll tell you something, Jackson. Your skull's empty, absolutely empty. It was Jackson who had spent 2 hours in Ivan's cell the previous evening. So understand, mark it down, students here. Previously it was Jackson who had confidently reported that there was nothing hidden away and nothing at all. So you can understand from here, Jackson, who was having a warm enemy, and he had spent 2 hours in the evening in the whose cell? Ivan's cell. Indirectly, directly we can say he was also helping. Okay. And yet Ivan had somehow managed to conceal not only a false beard, a pair of spectacles. What he has got it? A false beard, pair of spectacles, a dog collar, and all the rest of clerical paraphernalia, but also some sort of weapon which had given McCleary such a terrible blow across her. Ugh, Okay, so he had got those all things as McCleary was wearing. Okay, a false beard, what dog collar, clerical paraphernalia, and everything. What was he having? Who? McCleary was having. He got it everything. Okay, so everything in double, two things. A prison van bagged along. So what was the thing approached now? A prison van backed alongside, but the governor made no immediate move. Governor made no immediate move. He looked down again at the last line of the German. Okay, so now van moved. A prison van backed alongside, coming back. But the governor made no immediate move. There was no immediate move. He looked again at the last line of the German, looking at the question paper, last line. To the Headington roundabout, where you go straight over and make your way to Now Graben. Means now Graben. What is that? Where on earth? New something? New grave? Never heard of it. There was a war grave somewhere near Reading, but no, it was probably a code word, or then it hit him. Newbury. Then he understood what was that. It was Newbury. God, yes, Newbury was a pretty big shot of place. Governor got the clue after narrating so many things near about words, and he got the clue. That is Newbury. He rapped out his orders to the driver. Okay, he gave the order to the driver. Come on, take the action. Action team is ready. Send Aldate's police station. Send Aldate's police station and step on it. Take Jackson Stephen and when you get there, ask for Bell. Okay, Chief Inspector Bell, got that? So when go to the St. Aldate's police station, step onto it. Take this instruction, follow and go. Where? To the Stephen, where you'll go? To the St. Aldate's police station. Okay. So when you get there, ask for Bell. Where's that Bell? Yeah, Chief Inspector Bell. Got that? Chief Inspector. He lived the stairs to his office 3 at a time. Okay, he lived the stairs to his office 3 at a time. Got a Bell on the phone immediately. Put the facts before him. Okay, just reach there near the Bell and he shared the facts to Bell. But the facts before him, just share the facts, all the information to Bell. We will get him, sir, said Bell. Okay, now Chief Inspector, he said it, Bell, that we will get him. With a bit of luck. If we have a luck, with a luck, we'll definitely get him, we'll catch him. The governor sat back and lit a cigarette. So he's started smoking and thinking, yeah, gods, what a beautifully laid plan it had all been. Okay, it was a well planned. Okay, and what a clever fellow Ivan was. What a clever fellow. Careless, leaving all that question paper behind. And how? Leaving the hints behind. But then they all made their mistakes somewhere along the line. Okay, they all made mistakes along the line. Well, almost all of them, and even all of them make a mistake. And that's why very, very shortly, Mr. Clever, Ivan would be back inside doing his once more. So his governor is thinking, he's analyzing everything, and he's thinking that Ivan, he has left all the hint behind. How? And with the clue, he'll be again back inside the jail. The phone on his deck erupted a strident burst, and Superintendent Carter informed him that McCleary had spotted Ivan driving off along Elsford Way. Okay, so he spotted there in Elsford Way. They got the number of the car all right and had given chase immediately, but had lost him at the Headington roundabout. So they have lost in that roundabout in a square. A roundabout, go and take a round and come about same way. Okay, he must have doubled back into the city. He must have doubled back into the city. He must have again come into the city. No, said the governor quietly. Governor said no. Means, see, when the answer is there inside you, you say inside yourself, and sometimes you speak to others. Similarly, the governor is doing the same. No, said the governor quietly. He's answering quietly inside him, and he's not saying the answer publicly. No, he's on his way to Newbury. Where he's going? He's on his way to Newbury. He explained his reasons for believing so and left it at that. So he gave the reason why he's believing that could be the place. It was a police job now, not his job. Now whose job is that? It's police job, not the governor's job. He was just another good for a giggle and gullible governor. This was funny governor. He's joking, he's laughing. Okay, as you might have seen in the movies, what happened? The antagonist, villain, what happened? They start laughing. Okay, so the governor is going to that state. Good for giggles. She started laughing. Okay, and that was all. But the way, Carter, I hope you managed to get Mackley to the hospital, right? See, again, another suspense here, breaking up, coming to you students. By the way, Carter, I hope you managed to get Mackley to the hospital, all right? So you've left the Mackley to the hospital? Yes, he is in Radcliffe now. Why? Really groggy. He was really injured. He was, when we got to the examination office, they rang for the ambulance from there. So he said, when we reached the examination office, and they rang for the ambulance there. So they will ring the ambulance, and he will reach through the ambulance by the help of the examination office. So what happened? Governor rang the Radcliffe a few minutes later and asked for the accident department. So he wanted to know accident department. McLeary, you say, yes, he's a parson. They asked about McLeary. He said, yes, he's a parson. He's a priest-like person. He's a holy person. Okay. So what about his status? So there's a question there for them. Okay. So what is the answer coming up? Look at students. I don't think there is anyone. Yes, there is. You'll find one of your ambulance picked him up from Elsfrid Way about. You might have picked up in any of your ambulance. Oh, that? Yes, we sent an ambulance, all right, but when we got there, the fellow had gone. We have sent the ambulance to that place, but the fellow had gone. The fellow is not there. No one seemed to know where he was. No one seemed to know where he was. Just vanished, not a sign. So students, you can understand the McLeary was there at the back inside the jail, and when he's coming out to give the helping hands to find Ivan, and even he did not reach to the perfect place, and he did not come, or he did not pay his visit to the firm where the examination board where he belongs to. He's moving somewhere else. He's get vanished. But the governor was no longer listening. And the truth seemed to hit him with an almost physical impact somewhere in the back of his neck. So he was totally shocked knowing this. Okay, so he was totally disturbed what the information he got. A quarter of an hour later, they found Reverend S. McLean. Okay, after quarter of an hour, again about 45 minutes. Okay, it's done. Of an hour, it has been done. It's only about an hour. Securely bound and gagged in his study in Broad Street. He was in this study in his Broad Street room where he was leaving. And what was he doing? He was quite busy with his part of study. He had been there, and he said since 8:15 a.m. See the secret here. See the suspense here, students. He's there in that place from 8:15, and when two men had called. Who are the two men, students? Jackson and Stephen, when they have called 8:15, and from that time he is in the same room and he did not leave his room. Okay, so who was that? Again question mark to you students. Getting my point? Yes, again there is a question marks. Okay. Inquiries in Newbury all throughout the afternoon produced nothing and produced nothing. Nothing at all. And by tea time, everyone in the prison knew what had happened. By the tea time, means till the evening time had come up, and everyone know what had happened. It had been Ivan impersonating MacLady. Okay, so people know that it had been Ivan personating MacLady who had walked out. Okay, it had been Ivan's impersonating MacLady who had stayed in. So people are confused. Sabha saying Ivan, okay, impersonating MacLady means Ivan went out, MacLady was in. It had been Ivan's, okay, it had been Ivan's impersonating MacLady who had stayed in. So what happened? So he's saying MacLady is out, Ivan is in. So who stayed in? So they're confused. Who went out and who is in? So they are totally confused. So this is the confusion all there inside the police by the tea time. Okay, so they all are confused. What had happened? The fish and chips were delicious. After a gentle stroll around the sea, students again coming towards the conclusion. Okay, the fish and chips were delicious after a gentle stroll around the center of Chipping Norton. Well, now again, other part toward the conclusion we are going. Okay, so after gentle stroll, walking around the Chipping Norton, where in the place name is Chipping Norton. Evans decided to return to the hotel and he's moving where? So moving to the hotel and have an early night, want to sleep early, peacefully. Okay, smart new hat, again, the same secret I told you, lucky hat, concealed with the wreckage of his closely cropped hair. So closely cropped hair, that chopped hair. Okay, so he has size, he has done it, that hair has been there and he's wearing that hat, and he kept it on his walk up the reception desk of the Golden Lion, where he is walking to the reception hotel name is Golden Lion, and he's reaching to that place. Students, got it? Clear? So he'll be getting more conclusive, means more informative towards the conclusion. How he has done it, what he has done it, you can get it. No. It would take a good while for his chair to regain its former glories. It would take a good while for his hair to regain former glories. Means as he has chopped it, as he has made it small, it will take time to grow again. But what the hell did that matter? Okay, what the hell did that matter? Whether hair remains or not, he was out again. That matters. He's out again. That matters, students. That matters. He's out again. Okay, so that matters a lot. He's out again. From where? From the jail. And what happened here? It would take a good while for. So you can understand, students, some suspense difference. Okay, it would take a good while for his hair to regain its former glories. It will take time to grow again. Okay, but what the hell did that matter? What that matter to him? He is finally able to escape from the jail. Okay, he was out again, wasn't he? A bit of bad luck, and that when Jackson has pinched his seizure. Okay, pinched his seizure means Jackson has taken his seizure. For that had meant a long and tricky operation with his only razor blade previous night. Students, you can get it. Jackson was also involved directly or indirectly with whom? Ivan. Okay, so he was there last night. He spent 2 hours inside the cabin. Jackson Caesar for a long time a razor blade, but he had had his good luck too. Okay, he had his also good luck too. Who? This fellow, Ivan. Just think if Jackson had made him take his bubble hat off, pew, that really had been close call. So if you would be successful in removing his bubble hat and writing exams, then that would be a really a good call. That had really been a close call. Still, old Jackson wasn't such bad fellow. Old Jackson means Jackson is no more, means he has been transferred, is done something. Wasn't such a bad fellow. One of the worst thing, funny really, had been the beard. Had been the beard was a part of funny thing. He had been always been allergy in sticking plaster. Okay, had been always been allergy in sticking plaster, fixing Fevicol or plaster, and even now his chin was irritating. Irritatingly sore and red. Okay, due to using of something extra items, so chin has become sore red. Okay. So students, you can understand how now nice makeup he has taken. So what I was talking about the movie Dhoom, you could have got the clear idea. Okay, Hrithik Roshan coming of different attire, getting vanishing. So similar, the reception, it wasn't the same girl who had booked him in. The reception is now changed, but the change was definite for the better. The change is always definite and better. As see students, I tell you that change is needed. So here the line is talking the same, but change was marked down, definite and better. As he collected his key, he gave his best smile, told her he would not be bothering with breakfast, or ordered the daily express. He only bothering about the breakfast. Okay, so no need to disturb anyone. Order the daily express, asked for early morning call at 6:45 a.m. Okay, so you can just give me a 6:45 a.m. call, and he expressed it. Okay, informed to whom? The reception. Tomorrow was going to be another busy day. Tomorrow is having another busy day, so he's going to leave another plan. Okay, so he was having some other plan, students. Okay, so this man is having some more secrets. So I hope students are able to understand till here whatever I'll be explaining. I'm continuous to this a lengthy video, and where have been explaining this this chapter. Okay, he whistled softly to himself as he walked up the broad stairs. He had sort of liked the idea of being dressed up as a minister, dog collar and everything. So just try to mark it, students. He whistled softly to himself as he walked up the broad stairs. So he whistled. So in a very, what we can say, very enjoying manner. He had sort of liked the idea of being dressed up as a minister dog collar. The dog collar minister he was wearing, the minister referred to, Macklady he was wearing. So, and everything as he has done it. Yes, it had been a jolly good idea for Macklady to wear two black friends. Underline it, students, mark it down. So what he's thinking, and he's thinking good. Macklady to wear two black fronts, two collars. Okay, so when I was explaining students, he was using the finger to manage. When two shirts you wear, you have to adjust your collar, the top one, and the inner what you're wearing it, you want to hide. Similarly, and how you look, you'll be looking more thicky, healthy. So when Ivan was leaving or Macklady was leaving, so students don't get confused. Really, Macklady left first, then only Ivan later on. Okay, Macklady to wear two black fronts, two collars. But that top collar, it had been slipping off the black skirt, and there had been that one panicky moment when Macklady had to just got his hand up his neck in time to stop collar springing apart from before Stephen. So that incident, so he's recalling that incident where Macklady quickly have to manage the finger where this in front of the student Stephen, the collar was getting disturbed. Macklady had just hand his neck on the time before the Stephen. Okay, so the moment how they are able to manage it was quite difficult. They had got that little problem worked out all right, though a pen stuck in the mouth whenever the evil eye had appeared in the peephole. Another one, pen keeping in the mouth. Students, you write examination, you go thoughtful, use keep pen in your mouth. Similarly, even another trick was that he was continuously keeping that, and he was giving that resemblance to him that this boy is not writing. But all that fiddling about under the blanket with the black front and stud at the back of the collar. So students, you remember the conversation started. He need to wear what? He started wearing blanket, and wearing that blanket, the exchange and change was going on. Okay, that had been far more difficult than that they had ever bargained for. Means what happens, students? So, but all the fiddling about under the blanket were the black front and stud at the back of the collar. So if that was the main thing that was adjusted inside the blanket, wearing the blanket, that had been far more difficult than they had ever bargained for. Means ever the task they have done, this was the more difficult task, covering the blanket, inside the blanket, the change, wearing, dressing, whatever Ivan has done, it was big difficult. Everything else had gone beautifully smoothly though. In the car, he had found everything. They had promised him soap, water, clothes, the map. Yes, the map, of course. The Ordnance Survey map of Oxfordshire. Everything Ivan had got it. He had got some good friends. Yes, means I told you friendship. He had got some good friends. Some clever friends. Oh, Christ. Okay, he had got even some clever friends. Even the man who left it there, maybe indirectly or some directly, he might be there as a friend who helped him. Kata. Okay. He unlocked his bedroom door and closed it quietly behind him. Unlocked his bedroom door and closed it quietly behind him, and then stood frozen to the spot like a man who had just caught a glimpse of Gorgon. With this thought thinking, and when he entered, who even thinking everything, and he entered. Okay, when he entered, where did he enter? Inside his room, hotel. He unlocked his bedroom door and closed it quietly behind him, then stood frozen to the spot like a man who had just caught a glimpse of Gorgon. So just like a dragon he has seated. So who is that dragon refer? Okay, sitting on a narrow bed was the last man in the world that Evans had expected or wanted to see. Okay, in the world before leaving, before going, before departing from there, that whom he want to meet. And who was that? It is not worth trying anything, said the governor. Okay, so who is that man? Governor inside the room, already inside the room. Whose room? Ivan's room. Quietly, as Ivan's eye darted desperately around the room, he was surprised to see governor inside his room. I've got men all around the place. Okay, he's addressing. I've got men all around the place. You are hands up. You're locked. You are trapped. Okay, so you cannot escape right now. Well, there were only two really, but Ivan did not know that. Only there were only two people, but Ivan don't know that. Let the words sink in. Omen too, and that woman was even. Did not you think the blonde girl in the reception was rather sweet? Okay, you did not mark that was rather sweet. The young girl, okay, beautiful girl. Ivan was visibly shaken. Okay, he's totally shaken. What to do? He's caught right now. He sat down slowly in the only chair small room could offer. Held his head down between his hands. Okay, with the same, wow, what a blunder, what a mistake, how the governor able to catch him. So he's just giving two hands on his head. For several minutes, there was utter silence. There was total silence inside the room. See the same position. Ivan sitting, the governor is sitting here. See the picture, students. You can understand this picture and get it clear. Okay, the conversation is going on. Finally, he spoke. It was the bloody correction slip. He spoke. What is that? Bloody correction slip, I suppose. Well, the governor failed to mask the deep satisfaction in his point. There are few people who know little German. There are few people who know little German. Very slowly, Ivan relaxed. Now he's able to relax. As the conversation started, his tension is getting relaxed. He was bitten and he knew that. He was bitten means he's caught. Okay, he's trapped. He knew that. He sat up at last and managed to smile ruefully. Okay, so it wasn't a really mistake. You see, sorry. He sat up at last and managed to smile ruefully. Okay, very cunning smile. Okay, cunning smile. It wasn't really a mistake. You see, we had been able to fix up any hotel, but we could have worked that same other way. Okay, so it was not a what like that. It was a proper planning was there. The real important thing was for the phone to ring just before the exam finished. The real planning, the real execution was that the call before the examination to get everyone out of the way for a couple of minutes. So you had to know exactly when the exam started. Did not we? Okay, so that was the main point, to know when the exam started. So that was the main puzzling part. And like a fool, I presented you with that little piece of information on a plate. Like a fool, I have given you chance. Well, somebody did. So you sir, that correction slip killed the two little birds with a single stone. Did not it? The name of the hotel for me and exact time the exam started forever. Okay, means as per the plan, when exam started, and the hotel name was reflected from the correction slip. The governor nodded. It's a pretty common word. Okay, the governor is total shock. It's a pretty common word. Good job. It is a pretty common, sir. Or I had never have known where to come or would have. Means from that, if I would have never seen it, so I could have understood where to come, where to go. Nice name though, Zum Golden Lion. It's nice name. How did you know which golden lion it was? There is hundreds of them. Okay, there's hundreds of names. Okay, how did you know that? Same as you, Evans. Index number 313. Students, I told you while explaining, while beginning, you remember the number. Index number 313. Center number 21271. Okay. Remember 6 figures. And if you take an ordnance survey map, Oxfordshire, you find that the 6-figure reference 313/271 lands you bang in the middle of Chipping Norton. Where do you come? Directly in the middle of Chipping Norton as per the Oxfordshire map. Yeah, you are right. We had opened, we are often, and you had run off to Newbury, and we have gave you the confusion. You have gone to where? To Newbury. We were surprised. We think that you went to Newbury. We did well. That's something, I suppose. That was our plan, and we did it. That question paper, Evans, would you really understand the German? I could hardly. Ivan is saying his secret. I could hardly, because he knows very little German. Na course, I could not. It was not of, means he was really going into the course. I knew roughly what it was all about. Okay, I knew something what was all about German, but we just opt it through a few spanners in the work. Sort of muddle everybody a bit. So with the use of course, I made to use so many people. And everybody was busy with that sort of thing. The governor stood up. Tell me one thing before we go. How on earth did you get all the blood to pour over your head? How did you manage? Once you understood, students, the man who was there with the blood, it was Ivan. The man who left the first, it was McLeary. But as per the chapter, we are getting confused who left out. Ivan McLeary was in. But the real fact, McLeary went first as McLeary entered. And last who is going? Ivan. Okay. So Ivan suddenly looked a little happier. Clever, sir. Very clever. That was, to get a couple of pints of blood into a cell. It was a couple of pints of blood we have got it. Okay. When there's nothing there to start off with, when the invigilator, shall we say, gets searched before he comes in. Yes, sir. You can well ask about. I do know. if I ought to tell you, after all, I might want to use the particular. So who got it? Got it clear, students? When invigilator was searching, okay, and the search was going on, the invigilator bought that. Okay, and anything to do with a little rubber ring for piles, perhaps? I told you hemorrhoids. Okay, he said it about hemorrhoids. In the rubber ring, he bought what? Inflated rubber rings. He bought that what? Blood. Even green fairly clever, though wasn't it? It was tricky. It was clever idea. Must have been a tricky job. Sticking a couple of pins. Now you have got it wrong, sir. No problem about that. No. Means for a couple of blood, means a pinch of blood. How it is flowing right now? Means the blood was flowing when he departed. He left the what? The Oxford prison. Now it's a clotting. Clotting. You see, that's a big trouble. We have got the blood easy enough. It's pig's blood. They have collected from the slaughterhouse. Pig's blood, they have collected it. It was from the slaughter's house in Kidlington. Okay, from the place Kidlington. From there, they have collected what? The slaughterhouse, the pig's blood. But to stop it clotting, you have got to mix your actual blood. So students, when you collect blood, what happened? Blood get mold. It do not flow. It stop it. But when it's what immediate blood start floating. So if you have collected it, it could be in a thicky way. It won't be floating. So what he is doing, it stick. Ivan took a breath with 1/10 of its own volume of 3.8% of trisodium citrate. So they have added what? 3.8% of trisodium to the thicky blood, and then blood is in action. Blood started flowing. Did not know that, did you, sir? Don't you know that, sir? He's giving the explanation. Ivan revealing the secrets. Okay, how they've made the plan and how plan is executed. The governor shook his head in a token of reluctant admiration. We learn something new every day. They tell me, come on, my lad. Okay, they tell me, every day we learn something. This is way they have learned it. Evans made no show of resistance, and side by side, two men walked slowly down the stairs. They both of them, Ivan and governor, started walking. Tell me, Evans, how did you manage to plan all this business? You have had no visitors. I have seen to that. You have no letters, no visitors, no letters. How you have planned it? I have got lots of friends, students. I told you, lots of friends though. What is that supposed to mean? Me German teacher first start. The first from the German teacher, he was his friend, or he made German teacher his friend. You mean, but he was from technical college. Was he? He's raising question. Was he really? Ivan was almost enjoying it all now. Ever check up? Okay, ever you have checked up him, sir, about him? God Almighty, there is far more going on than this. What, as per my expectation, there's something going on far more. Always will be, sir. What you'll expect, it will be some more surprise will be there. Everything ready? Asked the governor as they stood by the reception desk. Okay, as they stood near the reception desk, everything it will be there. Some suspense will be there, some problem. Okay, something will be revealed in front of you. The van's out the front, sir, said the pretty blonde receptionist. Okay, the young receptionist. Van winked at her and she winked back at him. Okay, now as if with a very what we can say, love one is going at Tata bye bye. The same way departure is going on. The young receptionist looking towards the young receptionist too. Ivan is looking towards the young receptionist and taking what? Taking sign out. Bye bye. Okay, with eyes to eyes. So the same way winked back at him, and she did the same and almost made his day. It was a dinman, yeah, what we can say. It was a best day, best time of the day, enjoying the eyes and eyes, playing the trick of eyes. A silent prison officer handcuffed the recaptured Ivan. So now he was handcuffed. Together, the two men clambered awkwardly into the back seat of the prison van. Now they went inside to the back seat of the prison van. See you soon, Ivan. It was almost as the governor were saying farewell to an old friend after cocktail party. As if he's saying to old friend, see you soon. Means they're going to meet again back there. Cheero, sir. I I just was wondering, I know your German's pretty good, sir, but do you know any more these modern languages? Okay, so just try to mark down here. I know your German is pretty good, sir. So the teacher was coming inside to help as a teacher, McCleary. No, sorry, German teacher. Now the same man is inside the van. Modern language in modern language, not very well. Why? Ivan settled himself comfortably in the back seat and grinned happily. Nothing really. I was just happened to notice that you have got some more O-level Italian. It's some more O-level Italian is coming. Class is coming up next September. That's all. Perhaps you won't be with us next September, Evans. Means you won't be there with us in next September. James Roderick Ivan appeared to ponder the governor's word deeply. Now he's thinking the governor's word. No, perhaps I won't, he said. Okay, now the conversation is going on. Next September it's coming to be, and you won't be there. As the prison van turned right from the Chipping Norton on the Oxford Road, the hitherto silent prison officer unlocked the handcuffs and leaned forward towards the driver. Oh, for Christ's sake, get a move on. It won't take them long to find out. Okay, now the man inside the van is the man of Ivan's. Now, before sitting inside the van, they're having the conversation with governor. Do you have any plan? Next September, you're going to get the Italian course. Okay, so he's saying to the governor, your German is good. So here, who is there? For Christ's sake, get a move on. It won't take them long find. Where do you suggest we may make for? Asked the driver in a broad Scott accent. Okay, same broad Scott accent. Okay, so you got it. The driver who was inside the van, same broad Scott accent clue. The same man with that German teacher or the McCleary, and he has a what? What broad Scott accent. What about Newbury? Suggested Ivan. What about Newbury? As per your plan. What about it? Stick to it. So now they are moving. So again, Ivan is uncatchable, means they are not able to catch Ivan. Again, Ivan escaped. Okay. So finally, so Ivan is out. The van is going. Ivan is going here in the van. So that is the end of today's class. I have made a single video for you. Have patience. Watch till end. And you have any doubt, you can write it down, students. And right now, whatever is any problem with you, just ask me, students. I'll explain you and I'll clear it out. It was quite lengthy. Explanation was quite long, and I hope you have understood my explanation. Yes, if you have any doubt, you can write it down and just as quick as possible, and I'll help you out with your issues. Okay. Yeah, students, being live with me, anyone having any doubt can write it down. If you have any issues, I hope you have understood. It's a quite lengthy, it's a quite big chapter. You have to be very focused to understand. Okay, the last video what you have uploaded, those who watched it, this is a continuous 1 hour 10 to 15 minutes video I've made it. So if you have any doubt, you can see it once again. Have patience and see it full video. And definitely, if you have still any doubt, come to me and we will discuss in summary section. Discussion of summary, short analysis, and then question answers. So students, I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can come and write it down any minute. I'll help you out. And before taking sign out from you, the same system, asking, requesting, and making you update with this part. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, and don't forget to like my video, and just share as much as possible, and everyone can reach and get it understand. Okay, Thank you, students. Bye-bye. This is the end of the chapter E1 Tries on O-Level. So wait for the summary and question answer discussion and homework for your question answers. Okay, students. Bye-bye. Take care.